we do for the benefit of all.
Well, I'd very much like to be equal to you.
Maybe I'll show you the way.
I want to talk a little bit about the themes of the movie, one of which is Paul's evolution from boy to brooding man. We see him wrestle with vengeance. We see him fall in love with Chani. How would you describe the difference in working with Timmy this time around?
More time. Last time was like a week. So definitely being able to spend more time. Also just with the characters as well. And I think he himself is kind of growing alongside Paul, and I think it was very clear and evident while he was making this. You could see him in his own personal way kind of coming into manhood or whatever that looks like for him.
He learned so much on part one and another movie he's done after. When he come on set, he was an actor with a much bigger toolbox. I witnessed him being a leading man.
The way his character has developed and the way he's really gone from a boy to being a man, and his performance in the second film is so commanding and so powerful. I don't know, he's hypnotic.
He was such a kid in the beginning, and he'd be like, hey, it was like a little basset hound. What's it? And you're like, hey, man. And he's like, so what are you doing? Like, where are you going to have lunch? And he just wanted to know. He was so available to know. And now he's a bit of a veteran, and he's been through it. And he's done Dune, and he's done Wonka, and now he's done Dune 2, and he's going to do other great things. And there's a little grit there, and there's a little edge there. Mm-hmm. It was really nice to see him come of age.
All my visions lead to horror.
Because you lose control.
Because I gain it.
When you watch back the film on a big screen, whose eyes captivate you the most?
I can give a lot of answers. I could say Austin, Fade Rautha. He's sort of the eyes of a shark or a snake, and the crazy contrast with his teeth. But also Lady Jessica, Rebecca Ferguson, Javier Bardem. They all communicate so much with their eyes.
I think of Timothy and Paul. Those moments where he's covered except for the eyes, and I feel so much watching.
It's so nice when you get a question you've never had before. Austin Butler without a shadow of a doubt. I think the House of Harkonnens are the most interesting, sexy, dark, bald heads and latex. It's fantastic. It's the yuck. The way that he tilts his head and just looks through the people he's looking at. I think I was drawn. I was just so drawn to him.
I love actors that can be silent in the corner and that are listening to the others, and you will read all story in their eyes in the most subtle way. Both Zendaya and Florence Pugh were, at certain precise moment in the movie, witness, and the way we can read their emotional journey in the most subtle way is very moving for me.
I think Rebecca's eyes. There's so much going on and so much that you don't know what's going on, and she's dealing with a lot, and it's ultimate protective mama bear that I love watching on her face.
She was just, like you're saying, just conveyed so much with her eyes. Even when there's a moment where she had put in like brown contacts and her eyes go brown. I'm like, even with contacts on, that quite literally cover her eyes, she's so expressive, and and Lady Jessica's scary, I'll tell you that. And Chani and Lady Jessica, they don't quite see eye to eye. It's a monster-in-law vibes. So
you give her some fierce eyes too, though.
Yes, I try my best.